pen with the pen is stupendous.
Oh man,
stupid as hell. All right, let me see this shit. All right, there
don't
we go.
record yet, man.
What's that?
I said don't record yet.
Too late.
Hey man, don't record that man against his will, man.
Go fast like NASCAR.
Oh, hold on, was that a new one?
What's that? No, our remix.
Oh, wow.
You didn't know?
Oh yeah, the flamer had the explosion in the end.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, what?
Go ahead, you want to try it?
No, I've done it.
Oh, okay.
I'm a warrior.
Okay, I'm like, damn.
I'm a warrior.
Man, talk about that shit brings me back.
Yeah, when we was just watching State of Play, full circle.
It's nostalgic, man.
Our video games reaching a new point to where I don't know.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait, what? All right, let's do this shit.
It really is starting to feel like 2011 again. I'm excited for it. Just like I texted you. No, I'm just talking about games and shit.
Are we recording?
Yeah, I told you I've been recording
Bro,
for like a couple minutes.
Hold up. What? No. We got to reset this, man.
No, we don't edit. Just go ahead and make it seem like it's new again.
That's crazy, man. When was this ever brought up? Milan, did you hear it was recording?
No.
Bro, I've been doing this the last like 5 podcasts. I just
know,
press
but
record.
this is the first podcast in 3 weeks, and it's also the 2-year anniversary. Man, we should have started this off with a punch. Now it's just like, oh man,
You just did the punch right there. You just laid it all out.
Now I got to lamely it was supposed to be a big deal, man. We were gonna have the explosion sound effects. We were gonna have the gunshots. It was gonna make the listeners really go like start off like, wow, I'm only 5 seconds in.
A little underwhelming when you sneak it in like that.
Oh, all right. Well, shit. Hey,
bro,
welcome to what is it? Episode 80.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Episode 90.
But bro, I feel where you coming from, but I feel like that takes away the point of what this podcast is. It's a kickback and you talk, and then you just bring up great stuff. So we all chilling
but the last like 7 podcasts, even the last 7 episodes have just started off like it's not like we hit play and we're all on the same page and then we start talking. Half of the podcast they start off already mid sentence, and it's kind of like, okay, damn, like.
But that's like that brings in. It's like being at a kickback. You never know what's going on at the barbecue or in the living room. And you walk into a conversation. You be going through the rooms and you walk right in the living room like, man, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Fuck Jay. You know what I mean?
It adds to the immersiveness. What?
Yeah. So you got.
I mean, I can see it. It puts you in the seat. It makes the listener feel like they're right here with us. But I mean, shit. Out of the what? I'd say 50 podcasts. It always started off with you at least saying, some intro. So I was like, all right, are we ditching professionalism for the immersiveness?
No, you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
No, to be completely honest, I used to do that until I just started figuring out when y'all here, like, and y'all just start kicking the shit. I'm like, I can't stop this and do an intro. I gotta let y'all get y'all shit off.
Oh, bro, but shit. I mean, we've been doing that. Like Milan joined, episode 11? We've been doing pretty good, I think. I didn't think it was that big of a.
It's low key y'all fault.
Let's put in the poll. If whoever's listening, whatever layout you like best, you let us know. But since we're here, you want to do the intro?
Let's go ahead. Let's get to it, bro. The STLiens podcast is back in full motherfucking effect.
Go fast like NASCAR.
You know.
Also, I noticed you. I guess you're recording. What made you ditch Logic?
Oh no, we still got Logic up. This is just a machine showing the fucking, I can't think. You know what I mean? The sound effects. So I don't fuck up and press the wrong button. But Logic is right here in the cut.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
We still recording on Logic. That's our official sponsor.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. I would hate to actually ditch them.
Amongst other things, I guess we cut off our sponsor with what's the people that make the cookies and shit that you was bringing? My dumb ass was to say Benadryl. That's a whole medicine. You know what I'm talking about. It'll come to you, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You used to bring the fucking box of them.
The fucking breakfast snack.
Yes,
Belfast. I
Belf,
believe.
yeah,
or
something like that.
Something, yeah.
That's
I dropped the album, y'all.
Bro, Kai dropped 2. Well, technically it's like one album, but 2 halves. Yeah, you just split it in half.
Same time.
Great album. Great. Yeah, 40 minutes of greatness. I think
out.
you would like it. I think he would like it.
Y'all showed me, if this is the same album y'all speaking about, y'all showed me the artwork for it. Unless that's a different project. You gotta correct
it has
me.
to be because this just dropped like 3 days ago.
Okay.
You know
it's
nothing
definitely-
about this.
We all,
That
that was going to be something I was going to bring up too. The last
gotta
time
show
we
me.
were all 3 together,
Tracks.
we were all at the Nas concert and Wu-Tang concert. How did you guys feel about that concert? We showed up late, but thank God we did, because if we didn't show up late and go back and get that lighter from On the Run, we would have never stood in the same spot that girl gave us those tickets in.
Yeah.
So we got to see the show, at least Nas. We missed Wu-Tang, but we saw Nas at least like 10 rows back.
We saw Wu.
We saw like they performed Ice Cream and like I think another song.
Raekwon and Ghost was out there.
Yeah.
That was hard. A lot of old niggas was mad that I was talking to about this, which was funny. Cause like, man, Wu-Tang and Nas came to St. Louis, bro. I didn't even know what the fuck.
Oh yeah, how could you not?
Yeah, I know. That was probably the funniest thing or the dopest thing about going to that concert was just people's reaction when I told them. Because people didn't even know that they were coming. Like,
And they kicked off their tour here.
yeah. The first stop. I remember you telling me that man, that made me go insane.
It threw me off. I was like, what the fuck?
You know, but it made me think about it because I went a little bit more in depth, man. Like, just, social media wasn't around, so we already know from music how much of a big part St. Louis played in hip hop. But like, just imagine being an artist and you touring and you come here, like just the scenery. I mean, I don't even have to quote. I mean, I'm gonna quote him anyway. Tupac brought us up. Ice Cube made a whole song about us. DJ Quick got some static that happened over here. Like,
shit.
You know what I mean? So I feel like St. Louis has so much just in the culture. So it surprises me, but it makes sense that they kicked it off here. Because I think it's more of a respect.
Well, you know what's even crazier is that whole tour, there's no New York dates, and it's called the New York State of Mind Tour. That is like, dude, people from New York were pissed. But they always perform there.
Yeah, but they bring in New York with them. That's why they named it that.
They tired of
Gunshots, man. That was a good one. But yeah,
it was really dope though. I fuck with it.
I loved it, man. It was a great experience. We got late enough to where the fucking food vending, like basically the vendors were shut down. The concert was already halfway over, but the last half with Nas was just amazing. He had a surprisingly good set list.
Yeah, the set list was really nice. Shout out to the DJ or even him, whoever
he
made
performed
that
classics.
happen. That was a dope setup. What he had going on.
Because I was fortunate to see Nas back in Chicago like in 2018, I think, and he did good, but he was a guest on Lauryn Hill's tour, so he was only on there for like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this time it was like at least an hour. So shout out to Nas.
Mm-hmm.
Mob.
Yeah, Mob Deep.
All right.
Nas also said R.I.P. Prodigy, man.
Yeah.
That's hard. Which Prodigy has an album coming out on September 30th.
The GOAT.
It's the sequel to the Hegelian Dialect, which is an amazing album.
It was a really dope performance. It was nice seeing that. The piggyback of what Milan said back at the concert. Only thing missing is seeing Future perform Groupies live.
Man, I could only imagine that.
That would be excellent.
I thought that because you booty.
Bro, I would love
I
to
got
see
that
Future.
pussy on Instagram. I got it.
I'd love to see Future live.
She go to Twitter. She tweeted a nigga at me like I'm her daddy.
I went to one Future concert. I went to one Future concert and I didn't appreciate it because of like
what era
how
was
the
this?
fans was acting. Like everybody was high out their fucking minds, and it was so annoying because this was around the time to where I wasn't really heavy into doing shit.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know
So
what
you
I'm
wasn't.
saying?
Yeah.
So it was just like
What
bro,
era was this? Like,
yeah,
what
I
Future was this? What year?
Evil, probably.
Ah, okay.
Probably.
Oh,
That-
damn. Okay.
I want to say.
Evil's when I really started getting into Future.
I feel like.
That's when he was going through the rebrand too, because that's around time. I think Esco just got out.
Yeah, true. Because I think the project before that was the 50 Nights, whatever.
And like at the time, like Future was letting Esco breathe. Like you just got out. You know what I mean? Like don't go put in work yet. Get yourself together. So I think that's when he kind of went his solo shit, that Evil and all that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I remember that shit. That was like Future's rebrand. Future has
Evil.
a very deep history on like music and shit, and how much he rebranded himself throughout his career.
Bro, yeah, no, he like I said, that's why I had to ask Milan, like, what era was this? Because like he has like 5 different era versions of himself.
Yeah, and like
is this trap Future? Is this street?
Yeah, man, street Future, pop Future, and the auto tune changes with him.
Yes,
the auto tune. I have seen Future master auto tune. Like you know how people master an instrument.
Yes,
like I seen like Beethoven or these great pianists or violinists like master an instrument. Like anyone can use auto tune, but Future straight mastered it.
Yeah.
Like people, I seen hella people, especially in the early 2010s, like that swag party rap. Niggas was using auto tune like it was out of style. Like fuck it, whatever hook, put auto tune on it and it'll work.
Yeah, dude. Not even hip hop, fucking pop stars.
Yeah,
were
pop
doing
stars.
It was just like, why are you using?
And you like, what's going on? But Future straight mastered auto tune.
I'm throwing money fast like I'm Big Meech Crew.
Classic. I love that.
Bro, I straight remember listening to, I forgot which, I think maybe Dirty Sprite 2. When I first heard it, I'm like, oh, damn, Future dropped the auto-tune. Niggas was like, nah, you can still hear it, bro. It's him. That's when the meme came around where people was like, because when Future started doing interviews around Dirty Sprite 2, that's when he really started doing interviews. Because people really didn't know what Future really sounded like or his personality. So Dirty Sprite 2 run, he was doing interviews. So people was like hearing him talk, and they're like, bro, he sound the same like in his songs. And that's when the meme came around where it's just like, is auto-tune Future or Future auto-tune? Because like he sound the same with it.
He's merged.
Yeah, so it's just like people was just like, bro, Future is auto-tune.
No, like if you meet him in real life, you'd probably, like that's his voice.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, if we go back and listen to Streets Calling, Same Damn Time, Power of That P, you can hear Future's voice and the auto-tune. But they're kind of like, they were in the same house, but they wasn't coexisting.
Right.
But like during like Dirty Sprite 2, it just combined and it just made a new being.
Ever since then, he's merged.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know if he's using auto-tune anymore. I used to know when Future used auto-tune. Like,
yeah. What I think it is, man, he was a lot more aggressive back then too. So maybe he was really just letting that auto-tune just rip.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe the vocals weren't mixed all the way.
Exactly.
Now he's got this subtle.
He learned like, oh, I don't have to be so aggressive with the auto-tune. I can just, and they found that harmony. Like Future mastered the instrument, bro.
Real shit, man. Real shit.
Like,
and the auto-tune, I would consider that an instrument.
That it really is, bro. Cause I've been
a vocal instrument.
Back in my intern days when I used to be in studios and I seen people use auto-tune, you got to make sure it's keyed in right like an instrument.
Right.
So whatever artist that's rapping or singing, you can't just throw auto-tune on. It's like perfect.
Right.
You got to make sure like what key is this person singing on? Because the whole diagram of auto-tune, if you see it on whatever recording program, is crazy because the person that's rapping and talking, you'll see a meter moving and it's like the note. So like G, C, F sharp. And you're like, damn. You know,
there's levels to this.
Yeah, like our voice is a real life instrument. So it's just, you see people use auto-tune and you can't just throw that shit on there. So yeah, you actually key that shit in. So Future legit learned the key of auto-tune and was like, how can I make this sound as flawless as it can be?
Yeah, dude, he's doing it like how most of the pop people do, and he's doing it how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Most hip hop or most fucking trap artists and shit, they just abuse. They just probably set the levels to the right as much as it can go.
Like one example of that old school trap auto-tune is like Lil Baby. If I give you a mainstream example.
Yeah.
If you listen to Lil Baby, you can hear that auto-tune, but you can just hear that. To me, I feel like you can hear that and you can just kind of see like Lil Baby was in the studio and was like, just throw that on there just cause. Like, that's some dope shit. Like I always fuck with auto-tune, throw it on there. He really didn't master the tone of auto-tune that you need. The only two people to really do that was Future and T-Pain.
Right.
Cause T-Pain, like, cause you know he can actually sing, but hearing him harmonize on auto-tune was just mystical because like it was like a robot, but like a human, like a cyborg.
Soulful, man.
Like that T-Pain in Future definitely like mastered the auto-tune as an instrument.
Yeah, and then Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne went hard on it for a long time.
But see, Lil Wayne and then also Kanye West, those are two people that really didn't master it, but they're so much of great artists that they were able to make great work with it.
Yeah. Lil Wayne just had it so just powerful. It was just every word that came out was just yeah.
Yeah, it really enhanced only because he's an artist and he knows how the tools work. You know, someone can be a painter, but they may not be familiar with maybe contemporary.
Yeah.
Maybe they just on some Bob Ross shit. They just draw nature pieces.
Maybe they're minimalists.
But since they know art, they can look at like a contemporary piece and they can kind of dissect it. I feel like that's what Kanye West and Lil Wayne did with Auto-Tune. They really didn't master it, but they're just so great of artists that they just kind of dissected it, made it their own, and it was presentable because to us, the consumers, we seen that as in, oh, they're just being creative. But if you look at T-Pain and like Future, when you bring up Auto-Tune, automatically it's both of them.
Yeah.
And then you can bring in Kanye, Lil Wayne, and everyone else because it's just like, oh, okay, they're great artists. They can make great bodies of work. So they just took that piece and made something great with it. Kind of like if, your favorite artist makes a like maybe a rock, Lil Wayne with the rock album, whatever. If an artist goes into a different genre, it may not be the best, but they're great artists, so they made that shit work.
That's why I like Kanye so much because I put 808s up there. I was sleeping on that album for a long... Because, we were old enough to where I grew up... Like, ever since College Dropout dropped, I remember always wanting to listen to Kanye. So when 808s dropped, when it came out, I was just like, man, this is different. Just like everyone else, I didn't like it. But with the auto-tune specifically, man, the greatest part about that is he didn't even really try... Like, he was trying as hard as you could tell that he felt that shit, but he purposely did the auto-tune like that because that was part of his vision. So, I've even seen comments online where people were talking shit, like haters, and they're just like, he sounds like shit. Why do you ever do that? Blah, blah, blah. But it was like he was in such a fucked up time that he just thought that reflected the way he felt.
Exactly.
So it was kind of like an artistic choice.
See, and again, it goes back to my point. He's just a great artist.
Yeah.
He was going through something.
He made it work.
So he just took that part of it and was like, this is going to help illustrate what I'm going through.
And Lil Wayne, I guess just because he's so grimy, he was just like, I'm going to make my voice just sound really fucking...
I feel like Lil Wayne was more of a why not ego thing. Like, bro, I've been doing this since I was a teenager.
Yeah, everybody else.
Y'all coming in with this auto-tune just now? All right, watch. And then he's
I'm
like,
gonna do it.
me, I'm going to just kill y'all. But auto-tune is so great because I was just talking to the homie about this. Just about rap in general. Because we was talking about SoundCloud rap. Shout out to Dornay, by the way, Zayden. But we were talking about SoundCloud rapping when it first popped off. Because we was listening to music, chilling, and I was showing him some songs, and he was showing me some of his. And he was telling me, he was like, you got a good ear for, like, mainstream music, but it's not, like, annoying rap music like how we hear now. You know what I mean? And that conversation just went deep right into SoundCloud rap, because that's mainly what he listens to. But I was kind of involved with SoundCloud rap back in the day, like in the early 2010s when it first started to pop. But when we were having a conversation about it, when we were talking, I said SoundCloud rap was weird because when it first popped off, it was like a subgenre. Like, people knew what SoundCloud rap was, but you kind of had to have an ear for it. Because the production and the quality of SoundCloud music was not like how it is with rap that we listen to. Like, you know how East Coast has like the little boom bap, those dusty drums?
Yeah.
SoundCloud rap was like, it wasn't mixed. Like, you may play that shit in the car and the bass may knock too hard, or you may play that in the car and these like vocals are like really hitting because they're not really leveled right. That's kind of like how SoundCloud rap was back then. That's why a lot of people didn't fuck with it, if you remember. Because I know, you know what I mean? So we're having a conversation about that, and I was like, that's the same thing with auto-tune too with SoundCloud rap. That's why when it got mainstream in like the mid 2010s, that's when mainstream niggas, like, quote unquote old niggas was calling it mumble rap.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we can't understand it. And it's like, you technically can if the engineer actually mixed the auto-tune right. But in SoundCloud era, that's like the first era where young niggas like us, and like at the time in their teenage years, they didn't have the money to go to the studio, or people didn't see them as child prodigies to where you had the OG paying for your studio time and having you move around. So this is like the first era of people actually recording in their homes. So you had people that was just recording shit, didn't know what was going on, and they're like, all right, we got a song, put it out. So like that's why like the shit sounds so poorly mixed, because all this SoundCloud music was being made in home.
Yeah, man.
And old niggas didn't understand that, because they're like, what? Like y'all just making this in y'all living room?
Well, yeah, dude. That's how most people in the older generation are with a lot of shit. But specifically that, man, like that was part of the reason why I fucked with a lot of underground people in that era, because I really like lo-fi, not shitty sounding music, but if you do it like West Side Gun was a huge person that he makes a lot of songs like Supreme Blientele, one of my favorite new age rap albums. So many of those songs just sound like they were horribly mixed, like just horrible. But that was part of the decision, and just that on top of the rapping, I kind of fucked with that style. I don't really like shit. Like if I could tell, if I listen to a song and you could just tell that this shit's been EQ'd to the fullest extent, everything just sounds perfect, it's just kind of boring to me sometimes. But I mean, shit, there's people that listen to, they got a genre called noise metal, where it's literally just people making as much crazy noise as they can. So I mean,
why not?
There's a fan for everything. As far as auto-tune, there's a lot of rappers that are still using it to this day. They said auto-tune was dead back in like 2008. It's not though, clearly. And like you said, you're not going to have enough money sometimes to go to the studio. There's some people that have to just work with whatever they have on their phone or their laptop. So with that being the case, they're like, shit, I can't EQ my vocals, but I do have auto-tune. So I'm going to let that do it.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you're completely right about all that. It just, in the end, I like to reflect on that shit, because it all turns back around with us being in 2022 in a new decade, just seeing what type of music is going to pop off now, or what type of genre. That's what I'm trying to articulate right now, because back then, you seen SoundCloud and these different genres coming up, but it's a little difficult for me to kind of pinpoint what genre we're in now. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like that. I don't know a sound to where it's just like, okay, this is different, and this may be it.
Well, I can't even speak on that, because I don't really listen to the radio, and I don't really care about or listen. I sound like a fucking hipster, but like in all honesty, I don't listen to whatever like the top 10 Billboard songs are. So all I know is I listen to what they would call underground rap, and because of that, I only know about shit that's going on in the underground and what's hot. So in the underground side of rap, everybody's sounding like Rock Marcy,
right,
and making fucking East Coast boom bap fucking tracks.
Dusty
Dusty Loops. So then that's why I got so pissed, because I was like, bro, I was literally with you when you were living with your brother, just like how I was. We would always meet up at your place, go in the basement, make instruments or make instrumentals, and that was one of the things where we were making, I was at least making, you were doing the space route and shit, right, with 3/6. But with me, I was trying to just imitate just East Coast boom bap. That's why when I saw Griselda blew up, as much as I love the music, I was like, damn, man, Derringer was kind of doing the same, he had the same mentality that I had. So I'm
Diesel.
like, yeah.
Have you seen his website?
Yeah, it's hard. He did a great, he even got a new logo now. He has a new he just transformed.
Of course.
You saw the logo?
Yeah.
The Glock?
Yeah.
The Glock flip?
No, that's hard, man.
Diesel.
But it was around that time where I was like, man, if only, that just shows me that if I would have just kept doing what I was doing and just didn't stop making it on the side, who knows, maybe it would have got picked up. But the thing is, I don't know what the new thing is now, man. Everybody just calls it mumble rap, but to be honest, it's really just a new form of trap.
Nah, it's just a new form of SoundCloud rap.
Well, again, yeah, but even SoundCloud rap derives from trap.
Yeah, but what made it different, and this is why it was so interesting, because SoundCloud rap had the instrumentations of trap, but that's when it introduced that sad boy, quote unquote, emo.
that 808s inspiration.
Yeah, so exactly. So it's all full circle. Yeah. But it's like that was like the last thing that was new that we haven't seen. Regardless if you liked it or not. But I'm in the same thing as you. Even though I dabble a little bit in the the Dusty Loops and that side of things, I know y'all, you're the expert on that. So anytime we kick it, you always show me some new shit, and that broadens my horizons. That's how shit should be. But I mainly listen to like Southern trap. Like
even new Southern trap.
If a good one comes my way, because now it's like the recipes, it's too watered down. Right. Because like go, all right, we're gonna get a producer, try to make a beat that sounds the most 3/6 ish. You know what I mean, and just say whatever, just have that Migos flow. But if you really a real true fan of trap music, and that's from, because trap is just more than Atlanta. It's different types of trap.
For sure, that's what makes it so great.
So if you're a real fan of trap, then it has substance to it. So I listen to a lot of trap music, but the Southern trap I listen to, and that Southern gangster like bop, that shit, like the songs I listen to actually got some substance to it. You know what I mean? But I try to listen to what's popping now, and even though I may not like it, I still try to listen to see if I'm getting something I haven't heard before.
That's a good thing, man. And I'm glad you do that.
And another thing that helps out with that is the fact, you got young motherfuckers around you, like my nephews and shit.
They're putting you on the shit that they know.
Yeah, about. my seeing one of my nephews go crazy over Young Boy is like how I went crazy over Kendrick back in the day.
I know.
So know what I mean? So it's like crazy seeing, what gets these kids, but I'm seeing it. I'm not seeing anything different. To quote this interview I seen on YouTube, because this dude was talking about movies and cinema, and he was like, in this day and age, unlike in the 70s with Stanley Kubrick and all these other great Martin, Scorsese and all these great directors, he said that movies now, they don't have any personal influence. Like people who write the movies, direct them, they don't have a personal relation with life. Like they haven't traveled or seen any places. He said movies now are mainly influenced off of movies in the past.
Oh yeah, it's basically just a bunch of cliches.
Exactly. So I'm kind of taking the same thing when it comes to music too.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's the thing though, man. Music has been being made since, technically, if you want to get literal, the beginning of time, when people could even like stomp their feet in a rhythmatic beat,
Right, exactly.
But the thing is, it's getting to that point now where it's like, okay, what can we make that's never even been done before? And that's why I love music so much, man, because there's so many fucking genres and fusions of different other genres that, like there's certain shit where growing up I would hear it and be like, if it's rock, I'd be like, wow, they're literally just making noise. Like, that sounds horrible. Because I'm trying to think like, oh, it has to be perfect and all that. But then when I got older, started realizing that everything ain't perfect. Shit like noise metal, I could put it on and actually hear what they were trying to do now.
Reappreciation.
You can reappreciate shit, yeah. And like I said, even with Griselda, they reemerged with this sound that literally, the haters could be right on one end about them just, they're biting the 90s New York flow style. But they still brought something newer to the table. Therefore, it turned it into a technically kind of a different sound.
Because the lyrics are different.
Oh, they're way grittier.
Yeah,
they're way funnier. Like,
so they brought, how you said, they brought something new to it.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. You can take whatever sounds you want, as long as you just put your own twist to it. Like,
right?
They ain't on there trying to spit like some facade. They ain't in there trying to spit no crazy. They just putting their lifestyle in there. Like,
right.
If you didn't know already, you gonna know where I'm from how I talk and how I talk about my city, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But nowadays, people so influenced off of another motherfucker. You gonna have someone from fucking North Dakota saying they from like damn Atlanta or something. Or,
yeah,
you know
man,
what I mean?
Just trying to fit a different or the same sound. And I also wanted to mention this to you guys because I'm not the biggest Eminem fan. I have like a lot of respect for him, obviously, like so many other people do. But I just found out the other day that apparently, I always knew that The Alchemist, who we all fuck with, was the official DJ for Eminem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since like 2005.
Mm-hmm.
But I recently found out because I always wondered. I'm like, bro, if they're so close. Eminem, why isn't he rapping on fucking Alchemist beats? Why isn't he making an Alchemist tape?
That's a good question.
Well, somebody actually answered it for me. I found out, and there was like an interview for it. Eminem, you guys know Fetty, obviously. Do you guys remember the song with Currency, Location Remote?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the hardest Alchemist beats he's ever made. Mm-hmm. Eminem passed on that. Alchemist is already like Eminem has heard so many of these beats apparently, and he just passes on this shit and goes for what the fuck he's rapping on now. And I'm like, bro, you obviously know you would be just destroying the game if you rapped on shit like fucking Location Remote.
Can I cut Eminem some bail real quick?
Yeah, no, please. Yeah, I'm not trying to hate on him.
Nah, I feel like he does it is because starting off his whole career, because he's from Detroit, and Detroit has that Alchemist sound.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jay Dilla, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So, one song for reference you can pull up that kind of has that kind of like grittiness is one of the first Bad Meets Evil song called Scary Movies.
Yeah.
That song is so hard, but I think Eminem just been rapping on those beats so long, like especially him coming up. He probably just like I could rap on it, but I did that in the past life. That's my theory.
Yeah, Eminem just in a different headspace.
Yeah, cause
Well, no, and plus he makes music now for a different group of people.
Yeah, you know
like he's
what I
not
mean?
making that gritty ass.
That's like trying to go up to Dre and be like, hey, let's make a Fuck the Police Part 2. And he like, come on, bro. I did that in 88.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So Eminem probably like, bro, I've been rapping on these beats since 92.
Did that. Dre should have came back all that Fuck the Police energy when they start riding and shit.
Nah.
That would have been a perfect.
I was about to say that would have started way more shit. It would have incited some riots.
Nah, that's a different world now. People like,
Democrats with attitude.
people like, man, Dre should have came out there in a wheelchair. Like,
Yeah.
niggas would have had all jokes. It's like, all right, whatever. I'm just trying to deliver a message, but okay, cool.
You say Dre or Drake?
No, Dre.
Oh, okay. You
Dr.
said he came out
Dre.
in a wheelchair?
Nah, because that's what jokes people want to have. Like, why Dre old ass saying fuck the police,
Oh, yeah,
bro?
yeah.
I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Do,
right?
do we
They
have
get-
that?
Oh, shit. And see, now I got to check. That's why I had the screen up. I got to check what it is.
Hell yeah.
I fuck with
Okay.
y'all.
I fuck with you, too.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
On me, he can't recreate that shit.
He really can, man. It's crazy. I was just trying to listen to The Chronic for the first time in a long time the other day.
We
I-
can smoke from Chronic.
Let's do it.
We had the zigzag paper.
Hey, man. Go long.
Oh, damn.
He's
Oh,
stupid. He said, go long.
You got a freeze beard, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well,
dynamic as a football.
for some reason, I thought it was
You thought
fucking.
that motherfucker like it was a football.
Well, oh, if you close it, it'll actually fall. I fucked up. I thought it was closed. It started flapping
Look, you gotta gambit that bitch.
He said, not the game.
like a card.
Yeah.
I fuck with it, man. You guys getting your PS5s? Well, Milan already has one.
Yeah, he already has his. I'm getting mine in October after I get the car fixed. For sure.
Very, very responsible, man.
Oh, God.
Like I said, I would have had one by now, but I had to be responsible myself. So I'm gonna try to get one this upcoming week.
Let's talk about that. Don't you fucking hate being responsible?
Bro, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like
headache.
on some real
hate
shit,
that shit.
I hope someone that's listening can hear me out on this. But I have contemplated literally just going MIA and just taking what I have in a backpack and just straight, just taking my camera, going across the country, just living, taking pictures, documenting it.
Come on, bro. That's just
Realistically,
I hate
anyone can do that.
You really can. But you really can, but it's just like that one voice in your head that's like that one thing where it's like, fuck.
Yeah, man. I got people I care about. If I was just some antisocial psychopath, I would definitely
Yeah, I
have
know.
done this by now.
I
but
hate the fact I love these niggas.
Yeah,
that's,
you're like, ugh.
that's like, damn, dude.
Why do I? Because I've told multiple people that. I'm like, trust me, it'd be a lot easier for me if I didn't give a fuck about you guys.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would have
know,
already been
but
out.
fuck.
It's like, no, man. No,
Where this dude go, man? It's always that one person.
Like this.
Always that one person.
oh man,
We
You
told
want to
we
know
to-
where I'm at, man.
We told you numerous times to have phones on silent.
bro, man.
No,
It's like the movies, man. Call this AMC. Where yo, that shit used to kind of freak me out when I was younger.
Yeah, you looking around.
Yeah,
It's dark and nerdy. I used to fuck with people.
I only remember two being there.
Oh, nigga here.
that shit crazy though.
I'm gonna name my son that.
Oh,
Warenberg.
Creepy ass lighter from, dude. Get this shit away from me.
$20.
Look at this fucking lighter, bro.
What's on it?
It's a
Joker.
Joker.
Creep, dude.
Bro, it's a Joker on there, bro. That's a lighter they gave me at $50. I
Bro,
can't
the creep, bro.
I can't control shit.
Yo,
That
that-
lighter.
I can't control
Yo, his.
shit. That's
I'm
a
not gonna lie. His
$50
face
game.
is a little creepy.
That's hella disturbing.
No, y'all disturbing for looking at lighters. It does the job. It lights shit. I don't know what Family Dollar gives me. I'm just like, give me a lighter that works.
So you didn't say I want the one with the clown on it?
No, they just gave me that.
Damn.
It be lighting shit, but that's cool.
Wait, hold on. You got those papers, right?
Yeah, they're right there.
So long.
Thomas, you throw things like
Bro, I'm one of the best throwers out here.
Tom Brady.
Super Bowl.
Oh, damn. And we both have the same initials. Damn. TB.
Damn.
Someone told me at work the other day, they were like, dude, your name for, production, TJ Beats. I was like, bro, I laughed. I was like, I don't want to do that.
Bro,
but then he
that's
broke it down.
hella 08.
It's very old school. But then he pointed out the only part of it that I was like, okay, I didn't even realize that Beats, B, but that's also my initials, TJB, TJ Beats. And I was like, it's so cringy.
Buffy.
I would rather
Sweet
just go sweet tea.
Sweet tea, tall tea.
If you going that route, I would rather just go with T Beats.
Ooh.
Alley Cat.
See, yeah, that was one. I had to stop doing that though, because on SoundCloud, there's a couple Alley Cat features that I'm trying to keep on the down low. And you're with me on one of them.
That's why you think I'm Charlie.
What
Yeah.
did you say, bro?
No, it wasn't. So look, I'm gonna run this down real quick because this is good for the lore of this podcast.
Lord.
It was senior year. Charles and a mutual friend of ours, Cameron, had at the time. You guys were in that beat making class with Mr. Hagen.
Yeah, audio engineering. Shout out to Hagen.
Audio engineering. So one of the parts of the finals, they had to make this, this song basically. So Charles hit me up and was like, yo, hop on this song. It's for the class, blah, 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 for this, blah, blah, blah. So he told me this at the beginning of the day, or when we actually had lunch. So it was like the middle of the day. And I only had like 2 class periods to write a verse, not knowing what the beat even sounded like. And the craziest part was we couldn't even, not only could we not curse, we couldn't talk about anything that wasn't really appropriate in school.
Yeah,
so I had to like literally go on some like anti-patriotic.
Fucking weed out the fucking J. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good.
Back. I know that's serious.
But I had to just talk about, like just anti-government, just try to be as political historic as possible. And when I finally got into the room, in retrospect, I probably thought the beat was great, but we can all safely say we look back on.
Bro, okay.
Boom, tap.
Bro, we had like 5 minutes to make the beat. Me and Cameron was going at odds, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just make this shitty ass pattern." Because Cameron had the beat switch.
Yeah, Cameron.
That's
yeah,
all
yeah.
it was, Milan. That one was like the sample was like a weird synth. It was like boom, and it's like boom. Boom, I was like, bro, this shit trash. But I said, fuck.
We couldn't sample. That was the.
Do you remember your verse?
I do know a good part of it.
Yeah, I know. I remember mine.
I was like, those who see red, white, and blue stuck in the world not knowing the truth.
My 16 strong as fuck. I'm bionic.
Yeah, that shit. Hey, towels were hard.
Right, and you know what was the icing on the cake that made it worse though? I didn't realize that I had to record it in front of you guys, Mr. Hagen, and a couple other students that were doing theirs. So I was that was
shout out to
Sanka. The teachers and shit?
Yeah, dude, it was bad. It was cringe, man. It was cringe.
Hey, bro, super.
Thank God I wasn't the only one that had to do it though. That was the only. I hated it. But I didn't want to let these guys down, man. That was the first known verse in history.
But you're lucky because yours is like the last verse. So like if motherfuckers heard that song, they can hurry up and cut it off.
Lighter.
Don't do that. No, he ain't. No, bro. Don't disrespect. No, bro.
Yo, there was another lighter in here, but
yeah, all right. Yeah, give me my lighter. Y'all, no one's smoking here. No, until y'all put some respect on my lighter.
Smoke. But yeah, shout out to. I'm not gonna say what the song's called.
No, I know my verse.
Hold on, dude. Just talk to Cameron because he still has control over that SoundCloud account. Just tell him to delete it.
You know how SoundCloud is. He may have to scroll hellas to get that shit.
Oh man, look, I favorited it so I can keep an eye on it. I will send the link to his way.
Please don't hate on me. Hip hop hustler, selling crack music to the fiends, trying my best to keep my verse clean.
Hey, and you were. That's what's crazy. We were trying our best to get by. Like I said, I had to do some Linkin Park anti lyrics.
Oh, that shit funny, bro.
But yeah, man, like I said, I still need to. My only goal in life is I want people to know this so it's on record, so I can like just bring this up in case people say I'm lying. I don't want to be a rapper. Like I love making music, but my only thing is I have to drop something else because I can't just have that verse be my legacy in rap. I can't do it. I have to drop something else and actually make it of substance.
I know, right?
But you've already done that. You've already made 2 EPs now.
Yeah, but both of them, like, the older you get, you look back at your work and you like, this shit mid.
Damn, man.
That's why I'm excited for the new one, because shit, like, even though I'm technically my own label, I got my own budget, I'm making more money now, so I can actually go to a legitimate studio.
You can make that shit work.
But it's all progress, because, I mean, shit, the first project I made, I produced by myself, and I recorded that shit in my brother's basement.
Hard, man. That's what that, and you know what? That story adds to the grittiness and darkness of the album.
So, with that being said, bro, you're gonna go ahead and there you go.
You smoking?
Yeah.
He going through some things.
But yeah, no, man.
So you gonna, as soon as you get that shit right, bro, because you already showed me the shit you working on anyways.
Yeah, I gotta show you that flip I made of the sample you sent me the other day.
You like that, did you?
Yeah, I did, man. You know what's crazy? I wanted to tell you this too, which I did a little bit in the text. Ever since I saw that documentary, or that it was Ninth Wonder, because I don't know if you know this, he teaches a class at some university now.
Oh yeah.
And he broke down Jay Dilla's like style, and I always knew about it, but the fact that he broke it down and actually just came out and said how he chops samples. Every beat that I've made since then has tried to been in that style, and it's a whole new sound for me, man. Like I'm not saying I just did a loop and then pitched it back in the old beats, but this time it's just something new for me.
The method is something, again, like you said, something new, something different, and it's like you experimenting now. So you got a whole nother creative angle that you're working on.
Exactly, man. And that's
so
when, look at Kanye.
Exactly.
Bro. Yeezus.
And I'm just saying, every person is their own little tree. And this experience you're going through is a whole nother branch you just grew, bro. Like
trees.
You know what I mean? You just added to the arsenal.
Bro, look at that. I'm going to play it for you.
Not for real. I was about to say, after we get done recording, bro, I can hook up the
Bluetooth. You already know, man.
Come on, bro. Look, I'm right there with you.
Also, I wanted to show you this while we're on air, man, because I want the people to know. If you're listening this far, I want you to know that there is an amazing... I had to go back. They don't have it on Netflix anymore, but I had to watch some scenes on YouTube the other day. You remember Danger 5?
Oh, yeah,
bro.
Shit. Yeah. Hitler coming out the window.
Look at this shit. They for the anniversary, because I don't know if they're even making any more new shit.
I don't think so.
Bro, for the anniversary, they fucking dropped a vinyl for it. And look at this shit, man. It was fucking hilarious. The vinyl set, that's the front cover. It's Danger 5, but like escaping.
That's hard.
The inner slips of the vinyl
is Hitler coming out?
Oh, I was like, we gotta get
that.
Know, like,
right? That's classic.
But if you're listening, Danger 5's a Australian comedy action show. Season 2 was really weird. That was like more live action.
Yeah, it was live action. But season 1, no.
Bro, that shit was funny. You know what broke my heart when I found out this the other day? You know how we used to have a crush on the blonde chick?
Yeah.
That's not even her real voice.
I think he was telling me that shit.
She just had like a fucking voiceover.
She was still bad.
She was bad. Yeah, no. She and it's fucked up because they all are still active, but like I don't even think she's acting anymore.
No, because I think like she got like a whole family.
Yeah,
now.
She's got kids.
Yeah, she got a whole family. But yeah, she was bad in that show. That whole show is just funny, bro. That was back when Netflix had sleepers. Like now everything is so damn corporate. Cause like you remember we found that show on Netflix just scrolling. Like when we was like back then and shit. And we just seen like, what the fuck is Danger 5? And we just put it on.
Bro, and that was like, I didn't smoke at all back then. I was, I think, we were just drinking.
Yeah, so imagine watching that shit high as hell. I know you'd be dead.
Dude, I got to go back because, like I said, the few times that I've watched the YouTube clips, I'll remember certain episodes.
Yeah, I know, where it's just like, dude.
I'm like, this was literally a genius show, and the reviews are amazing. It's
not
even like people just hate on it.
Yeah, I think like people got the same mentality we do when it comes to that show. Like, motherfuckers just like, this shit goofy, but I fuck with it though.
Yeah, it was too. Every time like an action scene would happen or something would blow up, instead of it showing like the CGI of a house, it would literally be like a dollhouse.
That's what I'm saying.
Their budget was so low.
And you like, dude, what the fuck?
The helicopter scenes where G.I. Joe's taped to the helicopter. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Hilarious, man.
And then when fucking Hitler used to jump out the window, no matter what direction, it was the same
They
frame.
would just flip it.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you could tell they fucking inverted or whatever the term was, and like.
Just the same fucking stock footage, dude. And it was funny because I remember perfectly around that time where when we first started watching the like first couple episodes, the way it ended the first time, he jumps out the window. We're like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
But then the second episode happened again. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Bro, this dude would jump out of a shack and it'll show the same glass window.
He could have jumped out of a hole in the wall of a skyscraper and it'd be the same fucking warehouse window. And then by the third episode, we were like, okay.
Yeah, I know, but that shit was just funny because you like, come on.
Because it's like, oh, Hitler got away again.
Yeah, but it's just like the class, though. Like, that shit was so funny.
It was wacky, man. That's a show that should have been on Adult Swim.
It should have. But
it was, Australian, not known, so.
No, the people did their thing on that one. They don't make TV shows like that no more.
They don't, man.
Just random, just shit you never knew existed, and then you watched it. And you like, damn, like this been out. And then the killer is when you peep the show and you look the year it came out and you like, damn, it's been out this long and
I'm just now finding out.
Man, that's a great feeling.
And then in this moment, we found 2 seasons. We wanted more, and they're just
you're like, damn, you know what I mean? But that's what Netflix was. That's why people fuck with Netflix so much, because Netflix was that platform back then to where you can have a situation like that show. And then people would ask, like, where are the other seasons?
Right.
Because when that show first came out, people wasn't hip to it. But when it started coming out on these platforms, people were tuning in, and it started to pick back up that buzz. So you got to think about when they initially came out with that show, and people weren't watching it like that, you're like, all right, man.
We're not going to do this, yeah.
But then years later, you get, like, Netflix, whatever company, it's like, hey, we like to put your thing on this streaming service. You don't give a fuck. You like, man, I didn't make no money anyways. Just, you can do whatever.
Then you find out people are fucking with it.
So then, like,
you can make a new.
Right. So Netflix like, yo, you remember we put you on? If you want to do another season, do it with us. They're like, fuck yeah.
We'll pay you. And from what I've heard, Netflix pays you.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, Netflix used to do that with so many shows. That's why I like Arrested Development.
Yeah, they brought that back.
They brought that back. They bring shows back. Like, now it's too corporate to where now you just got, whatever coming
HBO
in.
Or something.
Yeah, not even HBO. You just got whatever coming in, and they'll just sign off like, fuck it, put it on there. But back then, like, Netflix used to straight bring shit back to life.
Yeah, man.
They was damn near a doctor.
I was just about to say the doctor.
They'll bring shit back to life, and you be like, damn, okay. Like, I was even hip.
Netflix.
I also wanted to say one thing about, since we were kind of talking about music just a second ago, I don't know if, Drake dropped that Honestly Nevermind, which was like kind of a dance hall or like, I guess like it would be considered house music too, maybe. But then Beyonce's new album was inspired by house music from what I read. So I was kind of thinking, I'm like, are we just going to enter a new era of kind of like how the disco era was of house music and just...
If you think about it, bro, there's nothing else to do.
Right. They got to do something...
Like, and that's the most universal way to put it, because house music, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's a much more universal thing. You feel me? Versus right here.
Cool.
It's a much more universal thing.
Not only that, I agree with you. I think another thing is it's safe.
It's safe and it's much more universal. People want, these are albums, bro. People tired of putting albums out. And,
now it's just some feel good, go in the club and...
It's just like people just tired of putting albums out, and it's like, a lot of times people do what they supposed to do and the album will get a bad review because it's predictable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember when Future just dropped his last album. That shit was hard because
right.
if you a fan of Future music, he delivered that itch that you need scratching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of critics was like, "Oh well, this isn't anything we haven't heard from Future before. He's like a parody of himself." Like that's the point, bro. Like people are being themselves. So a lot of times, motherfuckers will get creative, and it's like Drake has immense influence. Beyonce has immense influence. Two of the moguls in the game, if they go in a certain direction, they trying to influence the whole game with the certain direction that these two motherfuckers is going. You know what I'm saying? Because if Drake just put out another joint that was resemblance of, damn, hold on, I gotta take this.
His last albums and shit.
Now I know what he mean though, cause
artists just don't want to be predictable though, so they both do a fucking curveball. Yellow.
and to go off what he was saying too. Besides that shit about cause he made a good point with that shit, to be honest. But another thing to add on to that is like I said before, I think it's just a safe route. Just like how I was saying beforehand that when people used to make hits back then, like pop stars and everyone always used to use auto-tune, like how we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, man.
That was like a safe route, you know, to throw some auto-tune on there for the hook.
They're just trying to get club records now, dude.
Yeah,
and then, you know, so like Beyonce's album apparently was good.
Right,
I haven't
right,
listened to it,
right.
but you know, I'm not saying they can't be good. I'm just saying that you know, there's a lot of disco records from the 70s I actually really fuck with. But everyone hated the disco. Like there were people that fucking hated disco.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And consider it not
So,
music.
I just think like right now, especially with Afro beats and like kind of this dance music,
Afro, right.
That's the thing now. So I think people are using that for like a scapegoat. Same thing how autotune was in like 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Like people were using that for a scapegoat. Like, all right, I know this may not give me platinum records, but I know it can at least do like 100,000.
Yeah, I know. Like you said, it's safe.
Yeah, it's safe. Like I know I can at least get 100,000.
I might compromise my dignity a little bit,
right?
But
opposed to what Milan is saying, to where you going back. If you go back to your roots, the reason we liked you is because you were you.
Right.
So if you came out and delivered a project to where you're just giving us your life, you know how Milan was saying, like, you know, people can say like it, you know, they not doing the same thing or they not being, you know, reinventive. Like this sounds like washed up. Like this sounds like the same sound we used to. You ain't switching it up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why would I switch it up? Because this is just me. If I came back a completely different person, you're gonna be looking at me like, why Charles acting so weird? He acting different.
Yeah, that's what's
like,
so crazy
you know what I mean?
about Kanye, man. His discography, because people felt the same way on one side, where, you know, when he made 808s, people felt like he switched up and was just like, what the fuck is this? Fuck this album. This is different. And then he kind of went back to it on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and then Watch the Throne. And then he comes back with fucking Yeezus, and everyone hated him then because they're like, dude, this isn't even fun. Like, it's rap, but these aren't even rap beats.
Right.
But now, you know, years later, everyone's looking back on both of those albums and they're like classics. You know, it just shows you that. Same with, you know, I fuck with Mos Def so much, or Yasin Bey.
Yeah.
Fuck with Yasin so much, but one of the greatest things is his discography. He came out with a fucking rap rock album. You know, it's like he actually is an artist. If you start actually challenging yourself and experimenting, except the exceptions are, you know, like when Kid Cudi made Speeding Bullet to Heaven. Horrible fucking album, man. Horrible.
True, but I'm just saying, like, at least I give him props because that's the sound, like, you know.
Yeah, he was feeling it.
Yeah, people, hip hop really wasn't with that sound yet. But again, I just think the whole dance hall shit is just Afro beats becoming so popular. And again, it's just a safe route.
Yeah, house music. You know, Chicago's a huge city in house music. I feel like it's
Detroit is too.
Yeah, Detroit. I just feel like it's gonna be a new age of disco. You're just gonna start hearing dance hall records. People are gonna be doing it their own ways. But you know, the underground's always, like, as of right now, like I said, the underground is basically all of the same people rapping the same way. But it's just hard. Some people have different production. There's a little bit of everything, or there's a little bit of everything for everyone.
That's true. Just the mainstream aspect of it is what I kind of have an issue with. Because even though mainstream was always what it is, you at least seen some type of uniqueness to it, if it makes any sense. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Like,
not all mainstream records are sellout.
Yeah, like, back then mainstream music was corny, but you can kind of understand where it was coming from. Like, all right, this ain't my shit, but I can see why it's popping.
Right.
When I listen to mainstream music now, I just know, like, it's a lot of payola. A lot of shit is getting paid for this shit to be played. Because, like, I have an open mind on music. I can personally not like music and can still say this is good music.
Right.
But I'm listening, it's like, okay, like, come on. This can't be where it's at right now. Right. Like, you know what I mean? But it's wild shit. Things get consumed so damn quickly. You know what I mean? It's like, I understand why people wouldn't want to put too much time into a record.
Yeah, man, it's on to the next one. You hear you hear one fucking hit record on the radio, and you're gonna hear it probably every fucking day, every 6 hours, for like maybe 10 weeks if you're that good. Mm-hmm. And then after that, unless you're just like fucking Kendrick or somebody, you're not going to be on the radio. I'm not going to say you're a one-hit wonder, but it's going to be another 4 years until you hear from that person again, probably.
And another thing about it is, to add on top of that, a big part of it is the fact that people not really listening. Yeah. So when you bought an album, you went home and you listened to it. Whole thing, top to bottom. You diagnose it. You in your head breaking down this project. And at the end of it, you have a thesis. You have a whole report. Like, you went to school on this shit.
Right.
You had a whole report on this damn project, and you like, all right, I'm gonna rank it amongst these. Like, what was this person going through? You deep analysis. Now, songs are just through TikTok and Reels. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which, get your shit off. That's free promo. But everyone in here sing TikToks and Reels. When people play these songs, they don't give a fuck what the song is. They just want to make sure it matches up with the video.
Yeah, so even like lyrically, if they have one phrase of the song that really applies to what they're like recording.
Yeah, so it's just like when people are like, yeah, my song blew up in TikTok, had like 5 million this and that, and I'm like, people not listening to it though.
Yeah,
because if you make a real TikTok right now, hey TB, oh damn. So if you look at it, if you try to make a TikTok or a reel, when you choose songs for it, it just shows you what's popping. Right. And you just click it, and okay, it sounds good, throw it on there. They not like, oh my god, like they got this on, they got my artist on there, cool, I'm gonna pick this.
Yeah, it happens very rarely.
Yeah, so it's,
damn, we almost got doxxed.
Yeah. I got, hold on, here you go, just read it off of here.
Smart.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. But
you ordering pizza for us?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I know that. No, whatever. I know that. But yeah, it's just crazy. So you just have all these people making these reels and TikToks, and they don't really listen to the song. And and I guess that answers my own question on why music the way it is. Because people just use that shit or make it so it can be popping like that.
Yeah, man, and I see a lot of like Weird Al Yankovic style of rap coming back. Like everybody since social media, everyone's doing like comedy rap now, which some people look at that as a genre, but I can't really listen to like funny. Like that's why even like with Eminem, I don't really listen to rap to hear funny shit. Right. But like in the you're here to even back me up on this claim with Conway the Machine, he's so hard. But at the same time, he'll sneak in bars like that are actually fucking hilarious. So I'm not out here trying to listen to a fucking comedy rap album or a comedy album in general. Right. But a lot of social media, like I love G Mac Cash. I remember when he dropped that Getting Tired of Snow, All the Snow.
Oh yeah, he makes a lot of great
hilarious songs, and he does it well, and he's one of the ones that people should remember. But there's so many people now that are just like, I'm only making music to just do a trend rap.
Yeah, I know, right?
Which is, if that's, do your thing. But that's just kind of watering down, I feel like, a lot of good shit. But the point is, no matter how much bad shit's out there, there's still the good shit. So really, I guess we shouldn't even be bitching about it at all because, we can just easily just ignore the bad shit. It's not like they're forcing us. You don't have to listen to the fucking radio. I remember back before Spotify and all this shit, and I was like, my mom's driving me around to school or wherever. I'm in the back seat and I'm forced to listen to whatever the fuck's on the radio. Maroon 5 makes a single. Okay, I like that. That wasn't bad. But then you hear a shitty song and you hear it every fucking day for 3 years of your life. And now I can just pop on my playlist. I don't have to fucking listen to whatever's on 107.7 anymore. I can listen to whatever the fuck I want to listen to. But here's the bad thing. If you make a playlist and you just have like, oh, I'm just going to add all of my favorite albums that I listen to. Well, guess what? At some point, you're going to be listening to the same fucking 3 or 4 albums every day, and you're not going to be broadening your horizons. So I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but at the same time, download fucking Pandora or something and just keep listening to random shit. So, make your own version of the radio. Look up a playlist that Spotify makes for you.
You so right. I do the same thing on Spotify. I legit just go to whatever radio, and then I just like the song that's on there, and I'm like, oh, that ain't me. Cool. So, oh yeah, that's you, bro. Okay. So I always do that on Spotify when I go through the radio. I make my own, like, you know how you listen to a song and you go to this radio on Spotify. I click it and it brings down a list, and I listen and I just like every song. And that just, again, broadens my horizons because I feel where you coming from, because there's at a certain point where I'm like, dude, I'm listening damn near to the same shit.
Right.
Like, I love this album so much, and I still do, but it's just starting to get like a little like overplayed now. That's it. You know what I mean? This dude here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's some crazy shit, bro.
Music.
See, now that shit got me damn near. Even though we do it every time, I'm like, now I got to play some music after we get done recording.
I know, man. It's it's a necessity. Like I said, I want to play you those 2 beats, and then that'll be my share of what I need.
Oh yeah, say less. You know how we get it cracking, anyways. But
we really do this.
Yeah, we really do. And this is back. And then Thomas brought it up earlier, bruh. But this is the anniversary of the podcast.
Man, 2 years ago on September 22nd, I believe. I know the Sunday doesn't fall. I can't remember if it was because we didn't do Sundays for sure yet, but this year, obviously it's going to be a different day of the week. We can't celebrate the pod on air when it hits its 2-year mark. So we're just going to use today to do that. It's been 2 years. We started this in 2020 during the COVID, like many other people. But the thing that makes it different is that it was just originally 2 guys from St. Louis, and now it's 3 guys from St. Louis. I even looked, I think on our 10th episode, Milan first starred and, talked about DFA. So that was still 2 years ago. He did that December 10th, 2020. So 2 years later, it's just the 3 of us. We've been talking about shit.
The growth is excellent.
How do you guys feel?
As we speak, Milan is crying tears of joy right now. And we're trying to console him. This whole for real, the whole experience has been excellent.
It has been, and we haven't staged one episode since.
No, we haven't. We just been talking. Just been shooting the shit. But it has been a very not for real.
Yeah, where's that lighter at? That lighter.
I done lost my creepy lighter.
Coke go fast like NASCAR.
Damn, lighter go fast like NASCAR.
Got a mind of his own.
You looking for that?
I did. Hold on,
You found it.
Evil.
It was in your pocket.
See, look, that's that shit I'm talking about, bro.
I was gonna say it's not the papers. Yeah. You're gonna have to
watch how you sleep tonight. Oh damn.
We really did this.
Yeah,
an hour in.
Yeah, for real. It's really fun though, man. I really enjoy doing this every Sunday.
Me too, man. It's been a while, but we came back with a vengeance.
I feel like this is professional socialing, because motherfuckers be busy, because people are grown.
Yeah, we got shit to do.
Responsibilities and shit. So being able to do this is excellent. You know what I mean? Because we actually have a time to get together and just talk about whatever the fuck we want, catch up, make sure everybody doing good, get each other hip on some shit that the other person may not know of.
That's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're not coming here with pre-selected topics. This is just recorded, and I mean, what else to say other than we really live this life? I know I say that ironically. I don't really mean that phrase, but we really do live this life.
Yeah, I know.
So am I really joking? I don't fucking know.
Gangland.
227. But also 314.
Duly noted. What's the new one that they coming out with?
New what? Oh, Nicholas Craven and Boldy James, dude.
Nah, the new area code we getting.
What?
You know he's getting a new area
Right,
code?
nah, I'm not. Cap.
Yeah, dude. There's too many 314 phone numbers, so they coming up like some new shit.
The fuck does that mean, too many 314? If you're from the 314 area, you're going to get the 314 code.
Yeah,
apparently they're running out of them, bro, because there's only so many 314. It's only so many 314 combinations if you think about it, bro. How many digits is in the that's 7 digits, right?
Man, that's okay.
So that's a million. That's like 10 million. 10 million combinations. 9,999,099 combinations. But apparently
St. Louis is mad.
So what is that?
Running over.
What does that mean? Like certain areas are now not going to be St. Louis County, or they're just?
No, it's just they finna come up with a new area code for our phone numbers. So I just forgot what it was. They already said what it was gonna be, but
bro,
so basically St. Louis is like, we didn't expect all you niggas to be coming here.
Too many niggas.
So we gotta change.
That's how you know niggas is multiplying. They running out of phone numbers for us.
We didn't expect y'all niggas to get phones.
That is fucking insane. That is
y'all to get phones. Damn, they gotta change the number on y'all. My shit's staying.
Yeah, I was about to say my shit's staying the same. If they push me to 636, I'm gonna be pissed, man.
That happened.
I don't want to be a 636.
No, I don't think it's that. They coming up with a new one.
Niggas from 98 and up can get a fucking change.
Dude, look, I just cracked the code. All the people that still have their old phones and you go through life still having the 314 number, you'll be considered an OG, and that'll be your pass to show it.
Damn.
You'll be like, man, this dude has the new area code. He hasn't even been here that long.
And I get a bonus point.
Smell like baby powder.
But yeah.
You're a newborn.
Yeah, you're not even. What'd you just move here last year?
No, my shit been embedded. I had the same number since junior year.
Yeah, that's a good word. Embedded.
You know me. Since junior year, I had my same number, bro.
Or embroidered.
Metaphorically, yeah. Metaphorically embroidered.
And I got Boost Mobile, so I'm definitely grandfathered in.
Yeah, true.
How come a rapper ain't said he embroidered the game?
That's something Rock Marcy should have said by now.
I embroidered the game.
Damn.
Without a sewing machine.
String.
Oh, shit.
Man.
That's how live it got. You know,
We cracked this code. So I guess if you're going to, for whoever's listening, I hope you have the 314 area code still.
I hope so, too. We gonna see. Maybe the nigga in Illinois that run the lottery can fix this.
I don't even know if he's not getting his money for years, man. Illinois has been fucking people over for that for some reason. I think they're in debt, but that's funny as hell. How the fuck are you gonna be lucky enough to win the lottery, but they can't give you the money? They're like, we didn't really expect anyone to win this.
It's like that shit in semi-pro. And
I just watched that last week.
Oh, when dude shot the halfway court shot.
Yeah, he actually won. Yeah. He actually wrote him a big ass check at the end though. Gave him the money's worth. But yeah, no, we hold up. Damn, if Obi Trice rapped over the.
Which one? No, that's not. Oh, okay, I was about to say that's not the real Obi Trice. That's the Eminem song. We don't want that one.
Oh, it actually played the whole song?
Yeah.
I thought it was just Obi Trice saying that.
Yeah, Obi Trice saying that, and then.
Yeah. I didn't know you had the full.
Yeah, it's a full song. So yeah, we don't want the. Charlie Parker. We don't need that.
Like I said, Eminem is a major hit or miss, but I do respect him a lot.
Yeah, true. But
hit that shit.
Yeah, let's get it. So that wraps it up for another episode, bro. We will be back next Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to my jeweler. Shout out to I don't know. Shout out to Gatorade. Shout out to Thomas. Shout out to Milan. Shout out to DFA. Shout out to Thomas's Photography. Shout out to shout out to God. Damn. Shit. Shout out to hoes that don't be trapping niggas. Shout out to Raising Cane's.
Oh man, I just had that 2 nights ago.
Cool,
for the first time in months.
Shout out to Panda Express. Shout out to Air. Shout out to Water.
Shout out to Life.
Yeah, shout out to Life.
Shout out to Trees.
Shout out to phone chargers.
Shout out to Dave's Chicken.
Oh damn!
Chuck's Chicken.
Yeah, Chuck's Chicken. That's another one. Chuck's Hot Chicken.
Shout out to Gus. Gus's Pretzels.
Gus's Pretzels. Shout out to Gus. Shout out to My Pizza. Shout out to Domino's. Shout out to White Castles.
Wait, is Mod Pizza good?
Oh yeah, that shit fire.
But is it worth the money?
Yeah, it is.
Damn.
It's cheap, bro. Yeah, only for like $9.83. I got the app.
Only for like a large or a medium?
For a large, you can $9.83. You can choose as many toppings as you like. Stay the same.
Bro,
price.
why were I've never been there before. Why the fuck are people saying it's expensive?
No, it isn't only $9.83, bro. It's cheaper than Domino's.
I would have been there by now.
Sorry, Domino's.
That's crazy. I would have been there by now.
Yeah,
It's off Dorset. I live like fucking 8 minutes from.
Yeah, I know you do, and it's really good pizza, and it's healthy too.
Depending on what you get, spinach.
True, but it's one of those places kind of like how Bread Co. those places are, to where even they like shit that's quote unquote bad for you is still better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can get like some bacon or sausage, but it's better bacon or whatever. If people were to indulge in that, if like people want to be really fat and like I want to get a triple meat, like hella bacon, hella this,
get it there.
Yeah, their stuff, like their supplies, is healthier
quality. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So even if you wanted to eat like quote unquote unhealthy, there they shit is still
superb.
That's what I'm saying, bruh. So when you get the pizza at My Pizza, get whatever toppings you want. But down at toppings, because you can get different like sausage for your topping. Get the Mike's Hot Honey.
Hot honey?
Yeah, put that shit on your pizza. Fire.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. My Pizza in Maryland Heights is right next to where they built that Pop's Kitchen. I want to go there just to see what a Maryland Heights Pop's Kitchen, because the best ones are in the hood.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like, what the fuck is this gonna be whitewashed?
No, that just means the property value coming down.
I need to move to Maryland Heights. That's my hey, that's still 314. So
he said still 314.
But,
I don't know,
dude. If they weren't right next to the landfill, maybe. But bro, I don't trust that shit, man. That shit smells horrible. And if it catches on fire, we're done.
No, shout out to everybody though, man. We out of here. No, you got it. There we go. Thank you. Nope.